Before we get into the series, I just want to say at the very beginning there was a little bit of a connection issue with myself and the other caster, but I just had to upload this series just because of how much of a great series this was. It's such a nail-biting game 5. It's literally the two top teams of the Student Pro League, and it's such a great series, so I just had to upload it, even though I do mention that I'm not uploading series where there's connection issues, but I just had to, just because what a great series this was. But while you're here, if you could subscribe and smash a like, it would help me get the video out, you know, for other people, because, you know, I'm on the path to, you know, get further as a caster. But yeah, enjoy the series. It's a great one.
This game underway. Listen, I gave my prediction of UEA in game number 5. What's yours, Buddha?
I really want to see UEA take it, but I'm going to stick with it. And I know I predicted last series
It
wrong,
looks
but
like once again Buddha having a bit of a lag right now as he's starting to plan to go forwards. Ant-Man getting that touch away. Played into the center. Looks like there's a few connection issues happening here.
Am I alive again?
I think you are. I don't know if it was both of us this time or what is going on with this connection, but a few connection issues here. But right now, I missed your prediction. What was it?
yeah, as much as I do apologize for that, but I do predict UEA will just scrape this victory in a game 5, obviously.
Game number 5, so you're expecting it to go all the way to game number 5. We see Mercy trying to put the shot on forward. Psycho is there again to keep the pressure on to the UEA half, and Portsmouth coming out really strong right now. Mercy putting it into the center, looking for the pass over to Psycho. Psycho gets the shot on, and what a save coming out from Ant-Man to deny that first goal. And when the Riker's gone up so early, he does miss the touch. Leaves it for Psycho. Psycho gets a save, but is saved by Quinn Scott. The defense from this UEA side holding. KJ getting the clearance away, coming off the backboard. Riker able to beat the touch away. Quinn Scott is there, putting it forward. Mercy gets a demo onto Ant-Man, gonna really put a lot of pressure onto UEA Safa. Psycho gets the fit reset, maybe looking for the redirect shot of the backboard, not able to find it as he's touched away. Mercy 50-50 with Ant-Man. Riker with the shock, saved by Quinn Scott again. Quinn Scott's getting the 50 as well. Maybe looking to follow this up, looking for the passing play. We know that both these teams have the capabilities to do so. Mercy trying to pop it down forward. Riker gets the touch, putting a shot on forward. Again, Ant-Man getting the touch into the corner. Is trying to follow it up, but not able to get the touch that he wanted. Mercy there, putting it into the center, but it's caught by KJ. Lovely job from them to slow the game down a little bit. But right now, you can really see Portsmouth wanting to get this first goal.
Yeah, I mean, the aggression from Portsmouth, as you're talking about, Psycho finding the opening goal for Portsmouth. The defense finally cracks the UEA, but well played from Portsmouth here. The aggression was just ever so consistent in these 2 minutes.
Really, really good job coming out of Portsmouth right now, putting on a show against the UEA side. And right now, our predictions have been way off in these 2 series. But apart from the first one, which I think we were, you know, fairly accurate on, but Psycho there putting it forward again, trying to knock it forward. Ant-Man though getting the clearance up away. Riker is there to get that catcher on the Portsmouth side. Now it's UEA's turn to put a bit of pressure on. KJ trying to play off the bubble, going for that double touch, but it's saved by Mercy. The shot coming in for right. Ant-Man, but it scored. UEA tying the game up, and it's you know, 2.5 minutes played already, and this game is tied. And how much action have we seen?
So much action. Well played from Ant-Man. But I just want to pick up on that touch from KJ. You know, the defense of Portsmouth expected a shot on there, but KJ just took it wide, got another touch, and delivered a beautiful pass to Ant-Man. That is a great equalizer to put out in the field. And we're halfway through, Hop, and it's only 1-1. This for sure is going to be nail-biting.
It's very nail-biting indeed. Mercy trying to do a bit of an aerial play. Does play it over 2 players. Ant-Man, though, playing it nice and patiently at the back. Able to get a touch around Mercy. But Riker follows up nicely as well. And as he gets the second touch, KJ is there waiting. Plays it forward. Ant-Man trying to find the redirect. He does find it, but it is nicely cleared away by Psycho, who was patiently waiting on that backboard. And that you can, I mean, that's a glimpse of how lethal UEA's passing plays can be.
Lethal indeed, but which team is going to find their leading goal? So Ant-Man will get the flick over, but no goal found. I mean, I could not pin out who takes it, but all I know is, Hop, it's going to be a great goal. Maybe a solo play, maybe a team play, but either way, it's going to be a great one.
It really is, and it's all coming down to who can find the chink in each other's armor right now. Ant-Man getting a nice touchdown. And actually, he's going to leave with a bit of a 1-on-2 right now, but Psycho challenging early, going to take that away. The demo onto KJ is going to leave Quinn Scott alone at the back, and Quinn Scott does a really good job of popping it nice and high, giving his teammates to come off respawn nice and quickly. Psycho trying to go for the shot, but not on target. Mostly gets the demo onto Quinn Scott. Riker is there. He does put a shot forward, but nothing too dangerous, giving Quinn Scott a little bit more breathing room. UEA actually trying, getting a little bit of a chance to breathe here. Nice save coming away from Ant-Man. KJ trying to 50, and he does get the 50. Mercy with a touch now. Can't do anything with it. He gets a flick past one, but it is saved by Ant-Man. Brilliant save there. Not the great touch from Quinn Scott to pop it forward. Ant-Man has actually followed it up. The ball is now bouncing in that midfield. Raikou gets a shot on. Is it a little bit wide? It's just off the crossbar, but Psycho tries to follow it up. Here's the crossbar himself. Mercy cannot follow it up either. How is that goal not gone in? It's still not scored. How has Port not been able to score that, Buddha?
Oh my god, the defense from UEA is so calm and collected, even though Portsmouth are just so aggressive in their half. It's honestly outstanding how UEA are keeping such a great defense right now.
Can't believe Portsmouth haven't scored yet. It is unbelievable, this UEA defense. And right now, with Ant-Man trying to get the pressure away from his half, Quinn Scott's actually winning out that 50-50. Mercy is there. Mercy maybe going for that solo play. He does almost fake KJ, but KJ reads well. 7 seconds remaining. Is anyone going to score? Raikou puts a shot on. Raikou with the shot in 5 seconds remaining. Going to take Portsmouth to a 2-1 lead. UEA's defense not able to hold out for long enough. And in the end, it is Raikou putting that second goal in.
That is heartbreaking for UEA. We've seen some miraculous saves, and for that one to be the goal for Portsmouth is definitely upsetting for UEA, but it will take the game for Portsmouth most likely, unless we are going to see a buzzer beater goal from UEA right now. But it does go to the ground hop, and Portsmouth will take game number 1, 2-1.
What a showing from both these sides. UEA with a credible defensive showing, but Portsmouth able to just be a bit too aggressive, and in the end take that first game. And oh my word, it is close, but Portsmouth, they look really strong. They look really scary right now. UEA, they have to find those moments. It is what I find interesting right now is that they only took 2 shots and they scored 1 goal. But compared to Portsmouth, 17 shots to score 2 goals. The execution rate of UEA is much higher right now. So Portsmouth, they have to be closing out these games a little bit faster, because as soon as UEA gets a whiff of an attack, they're going to be right back in.
Yeah, Portsmouth are a very aggressive team right now, as proven. And I mean, we had Quinn Scott with 7 saves, and then we saw 3 from Ant-Man, 1 from KJ. You got to compliment the defense from UEA. It is definitely there, but they do lack that aggression. And if they don't pick that up, then Portsmouth will just edge every game out, just because of how many opportunities they're making for themselves.
I know it's a lot of... it's so close, but Portsmouth definitely being absolutely relentless. We knew that they were good. We knew UEA were good, but right now, Portsmouth just edging it out. Let's see what this second game entails. But if you were talking to UEA, would you say keep on the game plan, or what do they need to do to take the second game over Portsmouth?
What they're doing is working. It is consistent. It is there, but they need to, whoever's the first man of this team, they need to be the player to step up. They need to make those plays work for UEA, because if they don't create a few more chances, they will struggle if a couple goals do go in from the Portsmouth side.
They definitely will. Psycho there, really quick on the ball, able to get a touch forward. Quinn Scott and Ant-Man waiting patiently. A nice flick from Quinn Scott to redirect, comes in, but Mercy on that backboard going to keep the ball away. Quinn Scott going nice and early. A nice redirect from KJ, almost finding the angle, but not able. He comes away with the ball now. Gets a nice pinch on that side wall. Not much boost to work with, but as crosser comes in from, I believe, one of the UEA half sides. Fortunately, neither of the Portsmouth players in position to put a shot on. Mercy trying to play something with this ball here. Quinn Scott has gone up nice and early. Psycho coming off the backboard with a nice clearance now. Ant-Man puts a shot forward. Mercy on the backboard once again. This backboard defense from Portsmouth is so impressive.
Yeah, it's very impressive indeed. Portsmouth, they're showing no signs of weakness so far. They just look strong in every point, every just position on the map. They're in the right position at the right time from every player. And UEA, they've got a lot to break down. They need to they need to try pinpoint out some mistakes and weaknesses from this Portsmouth side, because right now Portsmouth are looking so solid and strong. And as you talk about, KJ with another great save as always from the defense of UEA, but no goal found just as of yet with just over 2 minutes in.
It does. It's so impressive how there's no goal any goal yet. It looks like there should have been a shot on that's been, finds the back of the net. But actually, in the grand scheme of things, only a one shot piece right now. Both teams vying for that midfield control. KJ with the ball gets a flick around Ryko, but Psycho is there waiting for it. Does get bumped for his efforts. Krinissos is there to try and put it back into the corner. Zero boost for Psycho to work with, so he's going to try and find a little bit of a flick. Gets 2 touches actually, which is going to make it awkward for the defense. And the shot just a little bit high. It looked like that was going in, but in the end, not able to find the back of net for Portsmouth. Ant-Man is there, gets 50 with Mercy. KJ trying to play it off the backboard, able to get a 50 with Ryko to avoid that shot. Ant-Man now is there, going off the side. We've seen what Ant-Man can do in the past, but still Psycho's nice quick to that challenge. Queen of Scots trying to find something here. Passes down to KJ. KJ going for the catch. He plays it around 1, but gets demoed for his efforts. Unfortunate stuff there, but a brilliant play from Mercy, almost with the shot bump coming out there. That would have been filthy, but
that would have been such an amazing goal from Mercy. It was there, but the execution just fell short. I mean, we still haven't found the first goal of this game, and it's really stepping up from both teams. They've just not allowed any team to make a clear opportunity. And UEA, their defense is very patient. They're not aggressive, they're not rushing it, but it's their patience, I think, is what's stopping them from their attack.
They're not being aggressive on their counter-attack opportunities, and it's giving players such as Mercy right now free reign in the air. However, Queen of Scots being a little bit faster now, trying to mock it forward, but the rotations from Portsmouth being too clean as Ryko got that clearance and passed it down to Psycho. Ant-Man playing it off the sidewall, able to get it, gets a nice boost. Actually beats out as well, Ryko as well. Battle, but Queen of Scott able to get the touch as Mercy. Was a brilliant save coming out from him indeed. And right now we're still back to 0-0. Both sides have it, finding opportunities to score. We're not able to capitalize just yet. A minute and 20 left on the clock. Ryko puts a shot on the guy who won the previous game with a brilliant shot in overtime. Mercy now, really shot with 0 seconds, and Mercy trying to find a bit of an aerial play here. Nothing comes of it. Psycho gets a pop forward, trying to play it around the front of the goal, but the patience from Queen of Scots playing dividends. And right now, but how do you break the setups from either of these teams?
It's so hard to break it, but both teams are playing very consistent. But from UEA, I want to see them find each other on the field. They are making passes here and there, but we're not seeing threatening passing plays on the goal as I talk about it. But Portsmouth, individually, they're making their solo plays. They're playing solid on the field, the rotations there, the positions there, but I actually do want to see some passes coming from Portsmouth.
I think that may well open up the UEA defense right now. His ball's popped forward. Ryko is there waiting, passes it over to Psycho. The clearance is there, 30 seconds remaining. Mercy winning that 50-50. Queen Scott does get a demo onto Psycho, which is going to slow this attack down. Nice clearance coming out from KJ. Psycho there waiting at the backboard. Nice pop forward. Mercy trying to find that redirect. Not able to. Psycho's going nice and early, but Queen Scott wins that 50-50. Brilliant job from them. But Ryko again following it up, keeping the pressure onto the UEA half. Psycho there, popping it forward. It bounces off the side, playing off the backboard. Anywhere to follow the shot up? No, they aren't. And it's still the defense from UEA is holding. The ball, though, dangerously positioned, and it is killed for overtime. Right now, it couldn't be closer, but
it can't. You're at a 0-0 score and an overtime, the first one of the series, and you cannot really say who's going to take it. But whoever does, it's going to be a great play, and maybe it could be even a solo play to really step up. And it could be a goal here, but it's not. But Hop, if there's one player from each team to step up for this winning goal, who do you think it's going to be?
I'm looking at Mercy for this side of Portsmouth. I know what he can do, and he is scary. However, on the side of UEA, I think it has to be Ant-Man. Ant-Man is that aggressor. He likes to push forward, but the double demo coming out from Ryko is going to leave Mercy with an opportunity. Go for that musty flick. He gets it, but not able enough power. But as I said, it is Ant-Man. I'm looking to do something for that solo play on the side of UEA, and Mercy on the side of Portsmouth. Ant-Man now puts a shot onto the bat ball. Plays on the bat ball. Queen Scott is there, but it's touched away from Ryko. And again, the defense on both sides just reading every opportunity that the opposition has.
Yeah, at this point in the overtime, it's just whoever makes that first crucial mistake in the defense. I think that's going to be the most pivotal point in this game, unless a miraculous play does come out. But both teams are just so consistent. They're keeping their cool. And I mean, it is a great trait to have as a player. You know, they're keeping their consistency through a really back-to-back, like, you know, end-to-end kind of game like this.
Actually, though, opportunity here, but 50-50, and again, nothing happening for the Portsmouth side. Cannot find the back of the net. However, Mercy going for a bit of an air dribble play, but met in the air by Queen Scott. Brilliant job from him. Psycho 15 with Ant-Man, and still the pressure on the Portsmouth side. KJ gained that clearance. Ant-Man is up. Can he find the redirect? He does find the touch, but it's saved. It looked like a UEA opportunity there, but what a brilliant defense coming out of Portsmouth, and the counter-attack is there now. Mercy trying to put it into the center. Psycho is able to do so as Mercy gets a demo onto Ant-Man, but Queen Scott was waiting on that backboard. A good touch and clearance from him is going to alleviate the pressure for the UEA half. And the redirect comes in, but Ant-Man off the backboards again. The saves. We have had 2 minutes of overtime, but and neither team willing to give an inch.
I mean, I have no idea how long this overtime is going to go. It could go to that long. It could be a time of another game. But the defense from both teams is just up to standard. I mean, it's above the average bar of defense at this level. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of it from Portsmouth, but when it's needed, oh boy, do they save the ball very consistently.
They really do, and what I love about the UAE's defense is they always put the ball into an awkward position for Portsmouth to attack on, and that is what's, you know, shutting Portsmouth down. Ant-Man, though, opportunity here. He does get another flick forward, finding the redirect, and he's able to push on, but saved by Psycho out of absolutely nowhere. Able to keep this goal line 0-0 as we approach the 3 minutes of overtime right now. And it looked like Ant-Man had the opportunity, but Psycho able to get that save. Ant-Man getting the dribble, is able to get the goal, and Ant-Man out of nowhere scoring that goal. I called him to get it. What happened here? It looked like a potential bump coming out of Queen Scott, and it was. What a play from Queen Scott, getting that bump in, allowing Ant-Man to score, and to UEA take the second game 1-0 in overtime.
What a great play from the UEA side. I mean, what a beautiful demo, bump, sorry, there. And Ant-Man, as you called it, Hop, he was the man to step up for his team. And that's a crucial game as well, because they now tied to Portsmouth in this series. So this next one is a big one, because this is going to be the one that puts them to match point.
It now turns into a best of 3. You know, that's the mentality you got to take here. You can't say we're halfway through a best of 5. Now you have to see it as a best of 3, because if you don't see it like that, your mentality is going to drop. Your intensity, how intense your intensity is going to drop if you let it slack, if you don't treat it like that. So, a lot to play for here, both sides. Unbelievable defense, but UEA, it does look like their goals are opportunistic more than Portsmouth's.
Yeah, well, the kickoff is underway. Game number 3 is set to go. It could be an early goal, but not just as of yet. Now, Hop, are we going to see another back-to-back game with 1 goal? Or do you think a team's just going to come out of the water and just play so aggressive that it might be a bigger of a goal lead than we've seen so far?
I think we're going to see a bit of the same right now from what we saw in that previous game. I don't think either side wanting to let up right now, but a shot does come through from Queen Scott, a little bit wide. However, as I was saying, I think it's going to be a little bit more of the same. I don't think either side wanting to let their lead, let the game slip away. So I don't think any foolishness is going to happen on the offense, and the cleanliness of what they're going to play is going to keep on going, as we see UEA coming off a little bit more aggressive at the beginning of this game. Ant-Man playing it forward right now, trying to look for the second touch. He does find it. It goes across goal. Raiko having to rush across, but Mercy gets there first. Ant-Man gets the demo onto Raiko. He's going to slow down the offense of the Portsmouth side, but a brilliant save from KJ is going to keep that ball elusive away from the net. And still 0-0 as we've just gone past the 1 minute mark. Raiko finding that redirect, not able to find it. KJ though out there getting a pinch off the side. Mercy had to rotate back for that. Not much boost to work with, and gets bumped in the air. Psycho now there, putting the ball forward. Queen Scott does come away with it. Not the best of touches from him. Ant-Man able to get a catch here. He's going to try and play the catch. He's a good dribbler. Ant-Man is and able to get the touches in the corner again. Mercy trying to find the ball away. Good 50-50 between KJ and Mercy, but Psycho comes away with the ball. Queen Scott's up there early in that midfield area. Going to pop it forward, and pops it high and forward, actually, beating out Raiko in the air. Mercy is able to get that clearance. Ant-Man gets that touch again. The aerial plays from both these sides are so impressive.
Impressive indeed. I mean, every game it's just the same again and again, but it's just who goes on top and who's, you know, putting up that extra level, you know, cranking up the ante. And I mean, again, we're in another game where it's just no one finding the first goal just because of how amazing the defense is from both sides.
Indeed it is. Queen of Scots, though, getting a nice flick over one, but Mercy there, patiently waiting on that bad board, able to get the touch away. A good touch, actually, from KJ is going to slow down the offense from the Portsmouth side and force Ryko to have to put the ball in not the best of positions. Psycho misreading that touch. KJ able to get the flick over one. Ryko is there, though, and able to get the touch away. And still, it is 0-0 back and forth. It's like they're taking in turns playing aggressively here.
Talk about it is Mercy with the opening shot, but just for wide, but Psycho will follow through, and Portsmouth take our leading goal 1-0 halfway through.
Unbelievable stuff indeed, and that is just an opportunistic goal and a brilliant play coming out from Portsmouth to take the lead 1-0 ahead of this UEA side, and still 1-0, it's not much. We know UEA can do it, but Portsmouth, they have been the aggressors. They have been the ones on the front foot majority of these games.
Yeah, I mean, from the history of this series, whenever Portsmouth have taken the lead, they have taken the game. And obviously, game number 2, we saw an overtime that UEA did take. So it's going to be impressive to see if UEA can bounce back being down and actually take a game instead of just falling short.
Yeah, and a brilliant play from Queen of Scots going to slow down the attack from Portsmouth. It does come off that backboard, trying to pop it forward. Does find Ant-Man, and Ant-Man goes for the shot. Ryko there in the net. Ready for the save, though. Psycho on the counter-attack. Queen of Scots goes up nice and early, but not the best of touches. Passes down to Ryko. KJ there waiting, though. Brilliant touch from him. Ant-Man up nice and early, putting it down and forward. Psycho once again getting that clearance, and it's that midfield battle once again that we are seeing. Ryko's gone up, going for that shot. Ant-Man waiting on that backboard. Nice speedy play from him, going to keep the pressure on. And Ant-Man, being that clutch factor in that game number 2, was able to give UEA that victory. Ryko, though, nice clearance indeed. Going to pass it off to Mercy. Mercy playing off the backboard, maybe for a little bit of a solo play here. Goes to the ground pinch for KJ there, waiting patiently in the goal to keep that save away. 1 minute 15 remaining on the clock. 1-0 lead for Portsmouth, maybe a 2-0 in a second. No, Ant-Man able to recuperate. But right now, I mean, UEA, they've had opportunities, but Portsmouth, they just look stronger on offense.
Yeah, Portsmouth for sure stronger on the offense, and it's not that UEA, struggle when they do attack. It's just because Portsmouth are just solid all round on the field. They don't struggle in defense as well. But UEA, you got to admit, they do not make enough chances, and that is why they lack. They're not really a high goal scoring team, and as with Portsmouth, because of the amount of pressure that they take on, it just brings so many more opportunities for them, and this is why they're taking the lead in these games.
Indeed, it is. The Queen of Scots getting a nice clearance boom into the corner, and now this may be, UEA may only have one opportunity to get an offensive attack here to equalize the game. The demo comes out onto Ant-Man from Mercy in front of the goal. Is going to really make this defense hard for the UEA side. Ant-Man coming off Swarno off the backboard. Nice touch away. Psycho there waiting, place in front of the net. KJ with an awkward touch, actually. And the screen got bumped, but Ant-Man coming in with a clutch save. 5 seconds remaining. KJ trying to keep it up. Not the best of touches there. 1 second remaining. And can Queen of Scots pop it up? Yes, he can. Mercy may be looking to kill this ball right now. Ant-Man able to keep it up once again, but it is still up in the air somehow. This ball hasn't been killed, and finally Portsmouth able to get the kill off that ball, and they are going to take the second game 1-0 ahead of this UEA side. I mean, it is so close. It can go either which way, but Portsmouth just edging it out right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so close. Every game has been 1 goal difference, and Portsmouth now taking that lead in the series 2-1. They do have this upper hand going into the next game, being on that match point, but UEA just falling short yet again. We're just not seeing enough aggression on the upfield. I feel like they really need to pressure Portsmouth's defense, because UEA, we've seen them being pressured in the defense and they can handle it, but can Portsmouth handle it? They've got that defense, but can they defend under pressure?
Yeah, and I think, the patience of UEA is what really sets them apart on defense, and that is what has played difference, why it's made Portsmouth's life so difficult in getting those goals. Whether Portsmouth can do the same, if UEA can find a little bit of traction in that midfield, only time will tell. But we are going into this 4th game and potential final game as we see UEA on their lifeline against Portsmouth, who are up 2-1 in this series, this close series it is, but nonetheless, Portsmouth are leading.
hopefully we do see UEA take the lead in this game at number 4, or will it be Portsmouth, who are such a dominant side on the attack that they do prove yet again every game by game. But UEA looking, as said, this is their only chance. You know, they have to win. They're in a must-win situation. Now, can they handle that pressure when it's most needed?
Indeed, only time will tell against them. You see Ant-Man losing out that 50-50 to Mercy, or the Queen Squad is there waiting the goal, getting a nice clearance. Ryko plays it back to his teammate Psycho, and not the best of touches, allowing KJ to get a shot off. Ryko does correct his errors, almost another shot getting in, but just a little bit wider. UEA trying to make something work here. Flick goes forward, but Psycho comes off that sidewall to get that save. Once again, UEA are trying to find this early goal. They want to be the first on the board. They know that's where they feel comfortable. But right now, Portsmouth are just denying it with the speed at which they're challenging.
Yeah, I mean, the patience that you see from UEA's defense, it definitely does convert upfield. You know, they're not as fast to the ball, and where Portsmouth are such a fast, aggressive team, they're just challenging that ball ever so quickly, and it barely gives UEA time on the ball at all, no matter of the position of the pitch.
And no, it's only a matter of time until one of these teams breaks the mold. But as you said, it is Portsmouth who speed, which is really playing patience and dividends against the UEA's offense and defense. But the KJ now with an opportunity, 73 boost to work with. However, Psycho, nice read onto the backboard. Ant-Man trying to play it forward, only 40 boost to work with. Does get a second touch. Psycho, though, waiting patiently. Mercy decides to go for the touch instead. KJ trying to play it into the center. Psycho is there waiting. KJ actually winning that 50-50. Pass back to his teammate Ant-Man. However, the speed out of Psycho is going to make it really different. Ant-Man, though, getting away with that 50. Mercy off the backboard. Anything to happen here? KJ, no. Losing the 52. Mercy is going to give an opportunity to get a play happening for Portsmouth in the UEA half. Bumps coming out from UEA onto Portsmouth. Mercy gets that flip reset, but nothing able to do with it. Ant-Man trying to play it forward. He actually beats out the 50-50 onto Psycho. KJ with that redirect shot onto the goal, and it is saved by Ryko with an unbelievable, unprecedented save, Buddha.
What a save indeed. I was just going to pick up that Portsmouth aggression has not been present in this game. Only finding one shot, but what a goal from Psycho! He is a psycho.
What was that? Off the back of his car? Are you kidding me? We just saw a brilliant save from Ryko, which was unprecedented into an unridiculous goal from Psycho. And Portsmouth must be flying high after that.
I mean, you've got to be. Just in a matter of seconds, you've just performed a miraculous save and a goal in that time frame is just impressive. And again, Portsmouth in the lead, and they always take the game when they're in the lead, but can they keep it up? Because UEA, they have been playing a little bit more aggressive, but they've still not found their first goal of the game.
I know, they have to find the net of Portsmouth, otherwise it's going to be a series over. King Scott does put a shot on, but once again, Ryko in defense, keeping that away. Ant-Man pops it up. Joby looking for his teammates. No, yes, he does actually find Queen Scott, who wins out that 50-50 onto Ryko. KJ is there winning the 50-50 as well, and it looks like it's going to bounce in from that 50 from KJ. There's maybe a little error from Portsmouth on the rotations, maybe not expecting the 50 to be lost by Psycho.
Yeah, I mean, if you're UEA, I mean, you're proud of that 50. When the 50 goes your way like that, you cannot be upset. But yeah, it's unfortunate for Portsmouth there. You know, back man in the post, just probably not expecting it. But it could be another one here. It will be KJ finding the second goal for UEA and for him. And they are in the lead and have scored 2 goals in a game hop for the first time.
Wow, I mean, here we go. That is, you know, the start for UEA that they may have. KJ puts that second goal in, and finally they have this lead. Can they hold on to it, though? We know that Portsmouth will be peppering the goal of UEA relentlessly in this series. Can you, Portsmouth, bring this back? Are we going to see a game number 5? Psycho, though, puts a nice flick on. KJ is there to pop it away. Ryko, though, trying to pop it forward for his teammates. A minute and 15 seconds remaining on the clock. And Portsmouth trying to put the pressure onto the UEA defense, but the defense holding firm. Mercy plays it off the backboard, but Ant-Man reads it so well. Right, Psycho is there once again, plays it underneath KJ. Maybe able to follow it up as KJ gets a nice clearance. Boom. Mercy actually trying to find the touch, but he gets bumped. And again, KJ have found the back of the net, and he has been the difference maker. 3-1 in favor of UEA right now.
Exactly. I mean, KJ, this game, he's just stepped up. He's playing more confident and a bit more aggressive. He's just going for that ball without a doubt. He's just challenging it straight away. No hesitation at all. And it's working out ever so well for UEA as KJ does find his hat trick. And I mean, 2 goals needed from Portsmouth. We know their aggression is there, but when UEA have such solid defense, it's almost going to be impossible for Portsmouth to tie this game for an overtime.
Would you say it's slightly demotivating when you face someone with such defense? I'm sure you played against teams who defense seems impenetrable. Is it rather demotivating for you, knowing the amount of shots you're putting on?
Oh, for sure. You can put on so many shots, and you can probably have some really insane angles. And when it doesn't go in, it just surprises you, and you're just like, well, I can't score against this team. What do I have to do? It definitely does demoralize you a little bit, but it's just keeping that mentality up. And Portsmouth, they have shown it through the series, and it's really going to show if this does go to a game 5. KJ, goal number 4.
This is the most goals in one game, and all from one man. You know, all the most goals in this series so far, and it's all come from KJ. And he's so completely stepped it up. Unbelievable showing from KJ right now. And Portsmouth, they got to be worried a little bit. They look like they were, in the clear, heading into this game. But KJ has just denied it completely.
Yeah, I mean, it was Ant-Man being in that first man role, being the aggressor for UEA. But this game has been KJ, and I'm hoping, going into this game 5, are they going to keep that going? Are they going to have KJ be the aggressor up front? Because if they do, Portsmouth, you've got a new type of team to adapt to.
Really do, as we find ourselves in a game number 5 between Portsmouth and UEA. I'm excited about this because we predicted this to be the scenario between these two teams, the two top teams, battling it out. And it looked like Portsmouth are just going to run away with it, looking how strong they were in the first game first 2 games really. But in the end, right now, UEA showing up when they really need to, and definitely showing where their defense really stands. 4-1 in favor of UEA in this game number 4, waiting to head into game number 5. And right now, but you've been in game 5 scenarios. What is the, mentality? What are you saying to your team? How do you have to deal with this game?
I mean, if you're on the winning side of that game number 4, you just go again. Whatever you change going into that game number 4, you need to keep that up and keep it going in game number 5. But if you're on the Portsmouth side of this, you really need to just reset the mentality and try and get back to that state that you were in when you were comfortably winning those games. And you need to kind of pin out what the opposition were doing and why they took that game.
100%, 100%. As we are looking right now, is maybe the lobby is going to be remade, but it looks like the teams are okay. No, it looks like they are good. We're going to head into this game right now. Players are joining up to their respective teams, and we're going to head into this game number 5. But prediction here, who's going to take this?
I mean, we predicted the game 5, which is happening, and earlier, I'm going to stick with my prediction. UEA are just going to scrape this game 5, and I'm hoping this is going to be a lot more closer, but it is going to be an opening goal already, and it will be Queen Scots, and I believe that's Queen Scots' first goal of the series.
It is, and it is UEA who have taken the lead in this game number 5. Portsmouth maybe playing a little bit too aggressive, and finally maybe UEA have maybe finally found the exploitation in the Portsmouth armor. Only time will tell. Queen of Scots, though, the goal scorer, has found himself the ball, and he gets a brilliant flick. Psycho, though, getting a nice touch. Gets a second touch as well off that corner. KJ waiting patiently, though. Decides to 50-50 with Mercy. Queen Scots go for the shot as well. Ant-Man playing patiently as that third man gets a shot on, and Mercy has to make a clutch save. And now Portsmouth's defense being tested right now, but Ryko is able to win a clutch 50-50. Gets a flick over one, but Ant-Man there waiting patiently. And again, Portsmouth wanting to keep this defense, keep this offense up. But do you think they're playing a little bit nervous now? They don't want to overextend too hard.
I mean, the nerves must be kicking in. Well, for both sides at this point, being at the top of the standings, the winner of this series is somewhat predicted probably to stay at the top, having that win over your competitor, but the nerves are so in right now. UEA, they've been on the back foot this series, and all of a sudden they're playing aggressive, and Portsmouth, they're probably nervous. They're probably trying to think, how do we play against this side, because it's so unexpected.
It really is. It really is. But right now, Psycho trying to get a touchdown to the corner. He does find that corner. Ant-Man is there waiting, though. The speed from Ant-Man playing dividends. Loses out the 50-50 Mercy. KG is there, though. Psycho coming off the backboard. Nice clearance from there. And Psycho, right, Queen Scott's being that third man. Tries to play it off the backboard, looking for his teammate, trying to get that pinch. Not able to find it, but Ant-Man able to follow it up as well. He reads the touch from Mercy really well, almost trying to take it over Ryko, but not able to do so. Queen Scott's actually missing the ball off Psycho's fake, I believe that was. Mercy in that midfield, getting the touch forward. Ant-Man is there waiting, finds KJ. KJ with the shot, but Ryko blocking it nice and early. And these early challenges from Portsmouth is what we saw from them in the previous games. However, it's coming a little bit later now. Maybe the speed of UEA stepping up a little bit more.
Yeah, it definitely has improved, and it's starting to slow down Portsmouth a little bit as the clock does go on. Normally we see Portsmouth just come out swinging with so many shots on the stats, and they've only had 2 in this game. And UEA, I mean, they're on 6. They're really showing their aggression, and it's for sure working out for them. And Portsmouth, they need to crack this defense, but we know that UEA have such a solid defense under pressure. So if they have to, park the bus, they for sure can do it.
They really, really can. We've seen them do it. Ant-Man almost gets a redirect shot going into the back of the net, but it is not the angle that he wants. Psycho playing it forward now. KJ is there waiting. Psycho does steal the boost away from UEA. So going to make it a little bit more difficult for them. A shot coming in from Psycho, but saved away from Ant-Man, and that's the defense from UEA playing dividends. And Ant-Man actually coming away with the ball again. Almost beats out Mercy, but Mercy now with an opportunity here. Trying to do a bit of a solo play, but KJ going up nice and early. Queen Scots is there waiting for that backboard bounce. Ant-Man trying to get that clearance. Ryko there getting a touchdown. Nobody else to follow it up, but the defense from Portsmouth holding with good rotations.
UEA keeping the lead yet so far, but it is just under 2 minutes left. Portsmouth have scored some very impressive goals in this series, so you can't doubt that they could score another one here, and it's most certainly needed, because right now they're not cracking down to mistakes from UEA, so they definitely need some pop-off players. Will be Mercy with a solo play, but what a save from Queen Scots. The defense saves them yet again.
Unbelievable stuff from UEA. Their defense has definitely been the winning and deciding factor for them in this series. Mercy jumps up though. You know what he can do. Oh, the KJ winning out on that 50-50. Queen Scots is there on that backboard. Tries to 50-50. However, it looks like a rule 1. It's a rule 1 in game number 5. Ant-Man and KJ versus, I believe, Mercy and Psycho even. What a time to have a rule 1.
I mean, what a great time. You've got the top 2 teams playing each other. A game number 5. The only thing that can make this so better if this was in an OT, but this is going to come down to which team has the better skill in the 2s, because this is what it relies on right now.
It really does, and this must be so nerve-wracking for the side of UEA. They've been really comfortable in 3s, but 2s maybe a different matter. But a missed touch coming out from Psycho is going to lead to another goal for UEA. My commiserations. This was an easy touch for him, and he just misplaces his car.
Psycho is not going to be happy about that, and it's put them in such a tough position, struggling to find a goal and now having to score 2 with 30 seconds on the clock. I mean, Portsmouth, you've just got to play as if there's nothing to lose. We've seen their aggression. They just need to really play aggressive and just hope their shots swing their way.
They really, really do, because a defense such as UEA is going to be so difficult to do so. As we see now, it is UEA on the offense. Mercy trying to play something with this ball. 10 seconds remaining. If Portsmouth want a way in, they have to score now. Ant-Man, though, getting a flick up in the air is going to make it so difficult for Portsmouth to do anything, and he's killed so much time. That is about it. It is game going in favour of UEA after a brilliant performance them in game number 5. They clutched up in game 4, clutched up in overtime in game number 2, and Portsmouth just couldn't find it. I mean, what an ending to that series.
What a great ending. And we finally predicted a series correct, a game 5, and it wasn't even a clear game 5. It was a back-to-back game 5. Both teams played ever so well, and obviously UEA do clutch it out I mean, what a performance from both teams. You know, we saw Portsmouth come out at the beginning just so aggressive and so just all over the place on the field, keeping possession. But UEA, you know, even though they were 2-1 down in the series, they just somehow just clicked and brought the series back.
What a performance from both teams indeed. UEA coming away in game number 5, 3-2 over Portsmouth. We hope you guys did enjoy. But don't go anywhere as we have got some more fantastic Rocket League ahead of us. And up next, it is going to be UEA versus Portsmouth. I believe UEA are playing twice today due to the fact that they only played once. They didn't play last week and last week. So UEA versus Liverpool is up next. So a lot to play for. All these teams vying for that top spot. So guys, don't go anywhere as we'll be right back for some more Rocket League action.